All right, let's dive into mastering English imperatives. This is your key to giving clear instructions, making polite requests, and really communicating with confidence.
You know that feeling when you want to ask someone to do something in English, but you hesitate? You're worried you might sound a little too bossy or maybe just get it wrong? Well, if that's you, you're in exactly the right place. So, first things first, what exactly are imperatives? Well, in a nutshell, they're the super direct and simple way we give commands, make requests, and even offer a little advice.
What really makes an imperative an imperative? It boils down to two things. They're incredibly direct, and there's no subject. The you is always just implied. It's understood who you're talking to. Okay, so how do we actually build one of these sentences? The good news is it's about as simple as it gets. You really only need one key ingredient to get started.
It's honestly this easy. To tell someone to do something, you just start with the base verb, the action. And if you want to tell them not to do something, you just pop don't right in front of that verb. Let's see it in action.
For instance, check this out. Open the door. That's it. Simple, direct. The sentence kicks off with the verb open. And on the flip side, the negative. Don't touch it. See that same simple pattern? It's just don't plus the base verb touch. So you might be thinking that imperatives are just for, ordering people around, but they're actually way more versatile than that. We use them in all sorts of situations, from giving a sharp command to a really warm invitation. Just take a look here. A direct command like sit down can feel pretty different from a friendly invitation like come in and have some tea. But grammatically, they're built exactly the same way. The real magic is in your tone of voice and the context of the situation. Now, this is something that's absolutely crucial for any English learner. How do you give a command without sounding bossy? There are some really easy tricks to soften your language and make your request feel much more polite. Here are 3 fantastic ways to do it. First, the easiest one of all, just add please. Stick it at the beginning or the end, works every time. Second, you can rephrase the whole thing as a question. Open the window becomes the much softer, could you open the window? And third, a great little word is just. Adding it makes a request feel smaller and less demanding, like, just wait a moment. But what if you want to include yourself in the action? That's where our good friend let's comes into play. It's short for let us, and it totally transforms a command into a friendly, collaborative suggestion. Let's go to the beach is so much more inviting than just saying go to the beach. All right, let's just quickly recap some of the most important rules here before we try a couple of examples ourselves. So here are the big takeaways. First, remember, you don't need a subject. The you is just understood. Second, if you're using an adjective, like quiet, you have to start with the verb be, as in be quiet. For the negative, you guessed it, don't be shy. And here's a great little tip. To add some warmth and emphasis, you can start with do. Do come in, just sounds so much more welcoming. Okay, ready? Time to put this to the test. Let's look at our first sentence. Don't forget your umbrella. So have a think about it. What's the function of that sentence? Is it a command, an invitation, or maybe a warning? If you said warning, you got it. It's a helpful reminder to prevent something bad from happening. In this case, getting soaked by the rain. Excellent work. Let's try the next one. Have a seat, please. So, what's happening here? What is the function of this sentence? Is it an instruction, an invitation, or a prohibition? And the answer is, it's an invitation. That little word, please, and the friendly context make it a very polite and welcoming offer. You know, this quote really says it all. The heart of an imperative is brevity and the absence of a subject. It's language at its most direct. It truly is all about clear, efficient communication. So now you have all the tools you need to communicate directly and with a ton of confidence, which leaves just one final question for you. What's the first imperative sentence you're going to use? Think about it, and thanks for joining me.